We've all been told the same bedtime story since we were kids, right? Drink a warm glass of milk before bed and you'll sleep like a baby. It's deeply ingrained in our culture. But let me ask you a serious question. If you are doing this every single night, why are you still waking up feeling absolutely exhausted? Why do you hit that snooze button 3 times? Why does your brain feel like it's packed with cotton until you've chugged your second cup of coffee? If this sounds like you might have fallen into a health trap that has lasted for decades. Today, I am going to reveal a truth that will shatter what you thought you knew about your nighttime routine. That comforting, warm glass of milk? It is secretly assassinating your deep sleep and absolutely destroying your REM cycle. If you don't stop this seemingly innocent habit, you are never going to experience what it feels like to wake up truly refreshed, energized, and ready to dominate your day. Why do we blindly believe the milk helps you sleep myth? It comes down to a scientific concept blown massively out of proportion by brilliant marketing. You have probably heard the word tryptophan. Tryptophan is an amino acid that helps your body produce serotonin, the happy chemical, which is then magically converted into the famous sleep hormone, melatonin. It sounds like a flawless, perfect biological loop, doesn't it? Drink milk, get tryptophan, make melatonin, go to sleep, boom. But here is the massive problem. Whenever we talk about biological benefits without talking about the actual dosage, we are just lying to ourselves. The amount of tryptophan in a standard 8-ounce glass of milk is incredibly, laughably small. If you wanted to get a clinically effective dose of tryptophan to induce sleep naturally from milk alone, you wouldn't need a glass. You would need to chug roughly 2 entire gallons, that's about 7.5 liters, of milk in one sitting. Try doing that and let me know how you sleep. So, what is that sleepy feeling you get after a warm mug of milk? It's not a hormonal sleep drive. Much of the time, it is pure psychological comfort. It's the placebo effect mixed with the soothing nature of a warm liquid. Or worse, it's because your body is suddenly forced to divert a massive amount of blood flow away from your brain and down to your digestive system to process that heavy liquid. This causes a temporary, fake sense of fatigue. You aren't getting sleepy. You are just entering a mild food coma. Now, here is the real plot twist. Since that tiny, pathetic amount of tryptophan isn't doing anything to help you sleep, what exactly is that milk doing inside your body while you lie in the dark? The answer might send a chill down your spine. It is forcing your internal organs to work overtime on the night shift, and in the process, it is suffocating your brain's most critical repair programs. To understand just how catastrophic this is, we need to understand what REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, actually is. Think of your sleep architecture like a high-end computer system. If your deep sleep stage is the hardware repair facility, rebuilding muscle and tissue, then your REM sleep is the software defragmentation process for your brain. During the REM phase, your brain is highly active. It processes complex emotions, consolidates short-term memories into long-term storage, and actively flushes out neurotoxins. When you are robbed of your REM sleep, the consequences are immediate and brutal. You don't just experience memory decline. Your emotional regulation goes completely offline. You become cranky, irritable, and highly reactive. And worse, your hunger hormones go crazy, leaving you craving high-calorie, sugary junk food all day long. So, how does milk destroy this beautiful REM process? To enter into a high-quality REM cycle, your physical body must meet one strict, non-negotiable physiological condition. Your core body temperature must drop. Studies show that to fall asleep and stay in restorative sleep, your core temperature needs to dip by about 1 degree Fahrenheit or half a degree Celsius. This drop is the master switch. It is the exact signal your brain needs to initiate the power down sequence. But what happens when you drink a glass of warm milk? Milk is packed with proteins and animal fats. When you pour that down your throat right before bed, you are handing your digestive system a massive work order and telling it to run at full speed. Let's look at real-world data from Silicon Valley executives and biohackers. In the biohacking community, thousands of people who wear Oura rings ran a simple A/B test. When they did absolutely nothing else but cut out that single glass of nighttime milk, ensuring they maintained a strict 3-hour fasting window before bed, the results were staggering. Participants saw their average REM sleep duration increase by over 30%. Why does this happen? It comes down to the thermic effect of food, or TF. Digestion is an incredibly energy-intensive process. When your gastrointestinal tract is working frantically in the middle of the night to break down milk proteins and fats, it generates a massive amount of metabolic heat. Your core body temperature, which desperately needs to drop, actually rises. Imagine trying to shut down your laptop for the night, but leaving a heavy CPU-intensive 4K video rendering program running in the background. The fans are spinning, the machine is hot. That is exactly what you are doing to your body. Your brain is desperately trying to dive deep into REM sleep, but the high internal temperature and the active churning organs are constantly sending wake-up signals, violently pulling you back from the edge of deep sleep all night long. But heat isn't the only problem. Hidden inside that innocent-looking warm milk is another stealthy, absolutely lethal sleep killer, lactose. People always seem to forget that lactose is fundamentally sugar. A standard glass of whole milk contains roughly 12 grams of sugar. When you consume this sugar payload right before closing your eyes, you trigger a biological chain reaction. Your blood glucose levels rapidly spike. In response, your pancreas panics and dumps a large amount of insulin into your bloodstream to forcefully shove that blood sugar back down. Have you ever experienced this? You wake up suddenly around 3 a.m. Your heart is racing for no apparent reason. Your brain instantly turns on and starts uncontrollably replaying all the stressful garbage you have to deal with tomorrow. You toss, you turn, you flip your pillow, and you just cannot get back to sleep. You probably blamed it on stress. But there is a very high probability that it was actually the sugar from your bedtime milk causing havoc. That violent fluctuation in your blood sugar leads to a disastrous consequence. About 2 to 3 hours after you fall asleep, the insulin does its job a little too well and your blood sugar crashes into the basement. This is reactive hypoglycemia. When this happens, your body enters a state of panic. It literally thinks you are starving to death. To save your life, your adrenal glands hit the emergency button and flood your system with cortisol and adrenaline, your primary stress hormones. This massive spike in alert hormones instantly shreds your REM cycle, ripping you out of the golden phase of dreaming and memory consolidation, leaving you staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. So if we are tossing the milk, what exactly should we be doing before bed to protect our fragile REM cycles? Here are 3 scientifically validated alternatives you can use tonight. Number 1. Implement a strict 3-hour pre-bed fasting protocol. This means absolutely no calories, food, or heavy liquids for 3 hours before hitting the pillow. Tiny sips of water are fine, but that's it. This is the most effective, completely free method to ensure your digestive system shuts down, allowing your core body temperature to naturally drop into the optimal sleep zone. Number 2. If you absolutely rely on a nighttime ritual, replace the milk with a caffeine-free chamomile tea. Chamomile contains 0 calories, meaning 0 digestive heat and 0 blood sugar spikes. More importantly, it contains a powerful antioxidant compound called Apigenin. Apigenin actively crosses the blood-brain barrier and binds to GABA receptors in your brain, delivering a legitimate, scientifically proven sedative effect. Number 3. Supplement with highly bioavailable magnesium, like magnesium glycinate. Known as nature's ultimate relaxant, it lowers cortisol levels and relaxes your central nervous system. This helps you slide smoothly into deep sleep and REM sleep, completely bypassing your digestive system so there is 0 late-night metabolic burden. Listen carefully. Sleep consumes 1/3 of your lifespan. It is not just about closing your eyes. It is a highly complex biochemical repair process that dictates the quality of your waking life. Do not let an outdated, misunderstood habit destroy the most important self-cleaning mechanism your brain possesses. Starting tonight, pour that warm glass of milk down the sink and give your body the true uninterrupted rest it is desperately begging for. I'm Reset Protocol. Follow me, and I'll show you the scientific methods to find your most efficient self. See you in the next video.